Raptors. This is Binarai. Here for another Raptoreum AMA on the 31st of March 24. Welcome. Share the stream, guys. Thanks, Jeff. Hey, RQ, how you doing, man? Hunter from Slovenia. Yeah, it's good to be back, guys. Happy Easter. All that good stuff. Make sure you're in our Discord, guys. The link is at the top right of the stream. That is discord.gg/Raptoreum. Happy Easter, Quentin. That's right, FP. RTM, let's fucking go. Big thanks to Infraction Audio for the sounds tonight. Hey, what's up, X-Ray? Sub-Zero Z, Tenacious D. Alicard. What's up, man? We got Todd as well. H&S is ready to rock and record. indeed. Thanks for that, Hunter. Hey, what's up, Jay? Keep sharing the stream, guys. Make sure you like and click the little bell as well. What are we at? What are we at? 81 so far, not bad, but you know we can do better.
Connection established.
Just about another 8 minutes now, guys. And we'll see who's online. Don't forget, guys, usually do a bit of rain in the stream party chat at the Discord. Make sure you're in there during the stream.
Break me down and make me weak again. After all, I called you my best friend, and I've been here, I know the story ends with broken hearts and us playing pretend. Break me down, down. Break me down. Break me down, down. Break me down. Break me down and make me weak again. After all, I called you my best friend, and I've been here, I know the story ends with broken hearts and us playing pretend. Break me down, down. Break me down. Break me down, down. Break me down.
All right, guys. I think it's about time we got over to the team, see who's on. I think David might show up just slightly late, but yeah. Let's have a look.
Yo no los tengo todavía. Mi país tiene todo un problema con lo de los pasaportes. Es toda una mierda. No te dan pasaporte ni nada.
Alejandro,
Tienes que ir a...
we are live.
Yes. Ah, sorry. Oh, well, I'm talking about the truth, so...
All right, okay. Welcome, everybody. Looks like we've got another nice turnout again. Welcome to the Raptoreum AMA on the 31st of March 2024. Obviously, it's Easter, so happy Easter to you all. I know many of you have been celebrating with your families, eating plenty of chocolate, having big dinners and things like that. So, yeah, I have as well. So I'm kind of bursting at the seams right now. But we'll try and get through this AMA nicely. What have you been doing today, Alejandro? How are you?
How are you guys? I've been working with some new videos about Ghost Rider.
Oh, yeah?
People like it. I think they are good. Just relax here at home. I was watching some ways to get some artificial intelligence tools. I like them. So I've been relaxing all day. I was talking here with the baguette about the passports on my country. They are a mess. So I don't have a passport yet. So
yeah,
but I will have one.
And Fabrice, also known as the Baguette Nibbler. It's nice to have you on the stream.
Yeah, it's quite late for me at this time, but you know, and I have little kids, and I don't want to wake them up. But today is Easter, bro. I needed to be there. It's a one time in a month, in the end of the month, so I may be able to up on a little more in the future. And pretty happy to be there with all the team, and yeah, you know, Raptoreum is fire as usual. We are doing some great stuff for you guys. We've been working for a long time.
Can I ask you something, Fabrice? You know that T-shirt you're wearing? Has that got anything to do with Star Trek, or is it the Nike tick the other way around?
No, it's something related to another gaming project I was fan of. I did play in, so
yeah. Right, okay. And
But yeah, basically, I use my RTM t-shirt for day to day, so I had no more t-shirt to put on,
all right,
aside
okay.
this one.
And
I
Jesse
tell me.
Lambert, are you working today? You're working. I mean,
Yeah.
so have you done anything with family today?
Yeah. Yeah. We did a candy rain and a bit of a lunch dinner kind of thing. And yeah, it's still, it's about 3 o'clock here now. So
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome stuff. Okay, guys. David is running a little bit late. I just called him and he was sounded like he just opened his eyes for my call. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run through just briefly what we've been doing over the week, and then hopefully David will be back by the time I'm done with that, and then we can go through the AMA. Mr. Baguette Nibbler and Alejandro, I'm going to be asking you some of the AMA questions as well that have coming in. All right, so be good if you could answer them the best you can. Okay, so in regards to the weekly stuff that we've been working on, oh, David has just messaged me on the chat. Okay, I think he'll be on shortly. Anyway, in regards to the weekly stuff we've been working on, there's been a decision internally that we are raising the amount of nodes on the testnet up to 600. So we've been deploying a lot more of those nodes. This is at request of the developers as well. We really wanted to make sure the deployment was as large as it could be because we want this to be the last testnet going into mainnet, and we want it done properly and tested thoroughly. So yeah, we raised the nodes to 600. I think we're almost there now. Charlie's been working his ass off deploying nodes every single day, and it's a repetitive task, but it's getting there. We're in the many hundreds already. Big thanks to all the node providers that are helping out with that deployment, including Vibing, including Node Hub, including Pecunia, and a few others as well. Yeah, it's been going great. As you saw, we recently partnered with Microsoft Startups. That was a really nice thing to get. It helps us in many ways. We got like $150,000 worth of perks in that as well, including GitHub Enterprise and Visual Studio Enterprise, and a lot of things that can really further the development of the project. Obviously, we've got a lot of Azure credits to use as well, and we've got basically as much OpenAI access and testing and things like that as we want to do. We do have many more partnerships on the way. We've been really working hard on expanding our outreach in terms of what we can do as a blockchain by utilizing some of the tools that various companies and projects and things offer out there in order to further our blockchain. We are looking at a lot of AI and distributed computing because we have a very good decentralized node network right now. So utilizing that the best we can is what we would like to focus on in the future. So setting these partnerships in stone right now is going to help us in the long run for deploying those sorts of networks that we are aspiring to deploy. We've also been working really hard over the last week on social media and deployment of various posts and things all over the net. We've got YouTubers all over the world pushing things out as well, and we have Edwin Antonez with us now as well. How you doing, Edwin?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Looking very summery. Yeah, so we've been working on the social media and the marketing a lot more now as we roll into assets, and also, I mean, we always said that we were initially focusing on development, and then as we rolled into assets, we were focusing on the marketing aspect of things. So expect to see a lot more of that moving forward as well as we roll into assets. I mean, it's important. People need to know about the Raptoreum project, and they need to know about the assets that we're releasing and how they can utilize that into their day-to-day operations or trading or businesses or whatever, you know. So it's important that we do that. So that's just a brief you know, outlay of what we've been doing over the last week. As I say, we've got more partnerships coming, and we've been working really hard on exchanges as well. And we're in every day goes by, we're in even more of a better position in that regard. And Fabrice knows a lot about that as well. And you know, we've all been really working hard, chipping into that, and it's exciting stuff. And we're all on it. Obviously, you guys don't see what we're doing, and in regards to that, we haven't really done any sort of donations or anything like that like we did before, because we thought that didn't go very well, and we wanted to give you something as a team that was sort of a gift from us all. So it's exciting, and you'll see all about that soon. And now David's here. David, did you manage to get a coffee? No. No, you're not here. Okay.
No, I'm not here. Coffee is not done brewing yet. So it's not Monday morning yet.
No. All right. Well, I'm going to start the AMA now, being as you're here.
I'm kind of the one at fault. I overworked David.
Oh,
I'm a bad French.
Did you keep him up? I mean, he said he was going to sleep about 5 hours ago.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Oh, Fabrice.
5 hours ago, 5 hours ago, it didn't happen. It was like 2.
Oh, right, was it? Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
So, so we sent out an anonymous form 4 or 5 days ago now, where you could send in a question, and we will answer it on this stream. So we never miss a single question out. Whatever gets asked gets answered in as much depth as we can do for you. So the first one that I'm seeing on the sheet right now is Bitcoin is the winner for store of value and eventually currency use cases. However, proof of work based tokenization and assets are the next big thing, and from what I can see, Raptoreum is one of the best positioned to win here. This is all because of your dedication and hard work in the toughest of times. You guys are creating something special in a decentralized way here. A day will come when the world understands. Thank you for powering through the bear market. David?
I mean, that's encouragement. If anything is encouragement, sounds good to me. Yeah, there are a few projects out there that are working properly on this exact kind of thing, but each in sufficiently different ways that none of us are really competing with the others. Thanks for getting the point, and it's really encouraging to hear this. I think I can say that on behalf of the whole team without being too hoity-toity.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Next one is Ravencoin is a proof of work UTXO with assets and limited supply blockchain too. As far as I understand, what are the differences with Raptoreum? David, you might as well do that as well.
Mainly, Ravencoin has no automation or contracts. Plus, it doesn't have anything to secure the proof of work. The proof of work part of it, meaning there's no transaction scalability. There is no 51% attack protection, and they were effectively 51% attacked multiple times, which caused them to implement Zcash style checkpoints every, I can't remember now how many blocks, but I believe it's every 60 blocks. Yeah, those are the main differences, really. We've got answers to the majority of those questions in on RTM. Maybe, to be fair, another coin could be added to the comparison, something like Ergo. I mean, Ravencoin pioneered the concept of moving assets to the protocol layer, taking it beyond the theoretical in a meaningful way with an actual UI. It had been done on some very early Bitcoin forks as well, but that was not really in a very practical or usable way. Nothing from the GUI, nothing to drive any kind of adoption or anything like that. So we're hoping to go in the opposite direction, maybe even build a dedicated assets wallet at some point once we get there. But yeah, that's about it, I think. On our website, Paul, when you click any link, it's hard to get back to the home page.
All right. Are you sure? Let me have a look.
I don't know.
All right. Let's have a look. I might as well just put this straight on the stream. Okay, website. You click a link, and it's hard to get back to the home page. I don't know. Seems to be working. Okay. Well, I don't know what you mean there. If you could let me know what you're having trouble with. But it seems to be working. Okay. When you open a blog article, Raptoreum logo on the left disappears. Well, let's try that then. Okay, blog article. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It refreshes blog.raptorium.com.
Yeah, blog.raptorium.com. Okay, so that does look like a glitch, and I think it's a header glitch. Yeah, it is definitely a header glitch, because when you scroll back up, it actually works again. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. That's a good call. Thanks for picking that one out. Yeah. All right, I'll add that to my list.
Same when you go to contact, it just disappears.
Or does it? All right. Yeah, I'll check that out.
The team page does not reflect the whole team. You need to turn all page to have an idea of the team size. I'm not sure what that means either.
I think it's they're saying because we've got 3 different sort of sections for the team. We've got the marketing, we've got the devs, and we've got the core. And you can't really get a feeling for the size of the team. I mean, the reason why we did this is because we didn't really want to clutter the page with loads of team members, because we do have a fairly sizable team, and there's some of them that are not even on the website. But there is a team right now that is working on an updated site, so I can put a word in. Maybe there's a way we can expand on the team if you need it to be, or keep it simple, just from the click of a button. So maybe we can do that.
Maybe it's just they was thinking about just something showing in the whole way the whole team, like a team picture with everyone, and that's it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we could do something like that. Don't see why not. Yep.
Need to get the whole team together in one place, or
We got Photoshop for that, mate.
we've got. True.
That's going to be fairly hard in the near future, but we can try.
Yeah, we can definitely try. Partnership should be clickable to go on page about it and have more informations. That is something I agree on. Yeah, partners should be clickable, and then you should be able to go through. You should be able to go through and click on these and see what it links up to. I totally agree with that. So that is something that I'll look into doing as well. GitHub project page could be used to follow project. That's already something we can do, isn't it, David?
Yeah, but I mean at the same time, well, yeah, somewhat.
Well, they can follow it on GitHub, right? Or
yeah,
do they
I
mean socials and things on there? Is that what they mean?
No, GitHub project page is putting if I remember it correctly, it's kind of putting another layer of tracking on top of GitHub.
Right.
That could, yeah, in theory, be done if there's a reason for it.
Yeah. Next one is more integration examples should be added to the website. I mean, do you mean like integration examples such as wallets? I mean, if that's the case, then the reason why we don't shill certain integrations and third-party wallets is just in case something goes wrong with their project. We want to make sure that only trusted things are on our website. It's as simple as that. If one of their wallets gets hacked and we've been advertising it on the site, then it comes back on us. So we like to keep things we trust at the site. But that doesn't mean we can't add them into our partners section. So we can focus on that as well. Okay. Next one is I find it unfortunate that the tracking on the GitHub and the progress of the developers are so slow. We regret an existing translation, but poor integration with numerous unreadable texts. References to Dash and even sometimes a lack of follow-up on wallet loading during the first opening. Is a wallet redesign planned? David?
I mean, I'm not quite sure what you mean by tracking on GitHub because it's working. Every single code change in there is there. If you mean Transifex translations, yes, we turned out to have a slightly more enthusiastic community than first expected, and I am slightly behind on keeping up with those. If that's what we're talking about, then yes, some of the texts are old and do have Dash references. But I mean, that's exclusively in the translation pages and documents, some of which haven't been updated in a very long time. And it does need a refresh. Wallet redesign, eventually, yes. Once we're done with a larger portion of general features, we've got promised, yes, complete rework of the wallet, maybe even leaving the Qt format behind and going to a split wallet, like an Electron-based wallet, or something along those lines. It is something we're thinking of. But exactly when, how, we haven't managed to work that in yet. I won't have the opportunity to be present during the live session, but I will watch the next video for once, because I'm not a big fan of the YouTube format.
Well, I
Paul.
suppose everyone has their preferences, don't they? But thanks for watching us. Thanks for making the effort. Best regards from a Frenchie. Forget what you say to that. That's all it says. Best regards from a Frenchie.
I mean, it's
Frenchie.
best regards, so I mean, it's positive.
Now all makes sense.
Yeah,
It's positive. Let's see.
Maybe.
Yeah,
But might
let's
be
see.
positive. Yeah.
No. Let's move on. Next question.
Okay. The next one is it true Charlie still drinks from the skulls of his defeated enemies? David?
Yes, doesn't everybody? This is. I mean, this has to be the most kind, organic, and good for the environment kind of cups around. Come on. Everybody should be doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only
skulls are organic.
raptors. Yeah. Only raptors or dirty girls. Paul?
Dirty Miner, he can answer that.
One day. We might need some smart contracts for something.
You need smart contracts for only raptors?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next one is...
Why haven't we seen Charlie on a stream in a long time, Paul?
I mean, he has been on for a lot of the CryptoSmith streams, but we also have to think about time zones as well, and the fact that, you know, Charlie's got a large family. Smith's looking very peculiar and not happy with that response. I mean,
I'm in a very similar time zone, and I have just as much kids. Come on, Charlie.
I mean, he puts his time and effort into the project the same as us, just not during the same hours. Just the hours that you can basically commit to.
I think they're slightly different size, Smith.
How many kids you got, Smith?
I have 4.
Yeah.
How many Charlie got?
Charlie's got 4.
Oh, was he? All right.
Yeah.
No
We
excuse
got 4 too. We got 4 too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Those are rookie numbers. You've got to pump up those numbers, guys.
No, I have 2 and I stay to 2, so it's not happening anymore. The machine is broken.
Yeah. Alejandro, when Raptoreum ETF?
ATF, maybe in 10 years. I guess so. 10 years more. Bitcoin have been on the market for 50, how many years? 13, 14 years already. I don't know, 2010, 14 years. For 2009, 14 years.
14 years on the market. First market came in 2010.
So we got
2009, you could maybe swap some Bitcoin for a VPS if you were lucky.
So we maybe in 10 years we will be there. Why not? I'm sure. Could be less, maybe 7 years, 6 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
We are not Ethereum, so we don't gonna have so much trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Next one is, hi guys, first. Thanks for your amazing work. Thank you. Dirty Miner, when new picks, have a good day and evening. When new picks, Dirty.
Oh.
Must be busy. That means never.
Yep.
No.
Never picks.
Oh, that's French, David. Can you read that one?
Baguette.
Mm-hmm.
Je t'aime.
Basically mean baguette, I love you.
Yes.
Baguette
So-
attempt.
Yes.
Then,
So, yeah.
then we can say things like, well, ancient French wisdom or Danish wisdom translated into French. Le petit saucisse est mauvaise. Le salami, au contraire, tu peux battre un homme à mort avec une salami.
Everything
That's
about
ancient
food.
Greek.
Well,
Yeah, but
maybe.
it's dirty minor kind of food, you know. More or
Yeah.
less. Yeah, so basically now, and I'm pretty happy with my community. I mean, it's pretty raw. It has been pretty raw because it's been a long ride for them. So I guess it's like everyone. Sometimes there are a high number, sometimes there is a low number. But what happened at most there is a core community which is still there supporting us, even if some get a little salty, should I say, or hello French realtor, that's for you. But basically, it's they're still there supporting us. So it's fair. It's fair because they don't know the inside working of how is it, how much effort and work. Even they cannot see the amount. They just see the result of the thing is happening.
Yeah.
And it's the same for every community. And it's okay. It's a fair deal. We know what we are doing. We know how it works, and we know that it's ingrate. Is that something you say in English? Ingrate work, and it's a lot of work in the back, not seen in the front by people, but that's why at some point we will be able to accumulate strength, accumulate announcement, how we are going now, more or less. And but that's 1 year's work or 2 years' work, and it's something they cannot see. And some get salty, some get bored and just go away. But I'm pretty happy with my community, which is core is still here, and people are still here and pushing us, even if sometimes they are like a little handful on the salty side. But I don't care. I mean, I still love them pretty much, and then I'm grateful for their support. You know.
Yeah.
It's like any good thing, right? With the work going on in the background, and those who don't see it or appreciate it, they split, they tuck tail, and it weeds out the bad ones and keeps the good one. You know, that core just gets stronger and tighter, and then they're sticking around. They're still there when the good stuff happens. So
Totally.
Yep. Next one is thanks again for your work. That's all it says. Yeah, no problem. All of us here enjoy what we do. That's why we're here. We're here every day for the slog, and it continues on. And this is what we all want to do, so that's why we do it. We're not exactly getting paid very much to do it, if anything, but we're here because we enjoy it, and that's all it should be, you know. Okay.
Hi guys, thanks for your work and keep going. My question is, would it be possible to explain what has been decided from talk about assets, unique name on GitHub. Would it be possible to have like a small white paper for assets with a few examples of the asset's name, how it works, etc.? Thanks. Yeah, I mean, we're keeping essentially the unique root asset, but leaving it's got its own case set, and if you're not using that unique case set for the unique assets, meaning, for example, Smith will have to be all capital letters Smith, and then he can issue NFT number blah 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 RTM, or knife number blah 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 for RTM. That's, or name them each after each of the names of the blades, etc. That's essentially how it'll work, but Smith with lowercase will be open for anybody to use.
Okay.
We should probably do an update to the asset paper that includes this naming scheme example. I agree with that. That's a good idea. I'm putting that on the to-do list.
Yep.
In the RTM boat before July 2021, and also the origin of the Minecraft server Raptoreum, which I hadn't abandoned anything. I'm closely following what's happening on Discord and X, but I'm sometimes disappointed by the lack of communication or seriousness of certain projects or events. Paul.
You're passing that one to me. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So, I suppose I'll say firstly, thanks for being with us that long. In regards to, I think you mentioned Minecraft, which was being built. I personally spent a lot of time making videos and content for all of that, and it seems there were some issues and gripes with its users. Nothing to do with the team. It was more of a community thing. If I remember, it was a game that was being edited to be used where it was going to be transacting RTM in the game, which was cool for like little products and a shop and things like that. And then the people that were making it decided that they wanted to integrate Avian into it also. We didn't want anything to do with Avian or even have it advertising on our server due to reasons that I don't think we need to get into. As you can see now, Avian's pretty much a dead project. Since that time, it has been suggested that development does continue in the Minecraft channel by community members with the sole RTM integration that was originally planned and that we fully supported from the start. So if members would like to continue doing that, then as I did before, I will fully support it and I will talk about it and I'll push it out on all the social media channels, just like I do with all the other gaming projects as well. In regards to the Discord and how you think that we don't take things seriously, what I will say on that regard is we've kept going with a busy Discord for over 6 years now. And personally, I think that's a really huge achievement. A lot of Discords die off a lot with a lot of these POW coins. Even some of the most successful POW coins have got dead Discords. So that's something that we must be celebrating as an RTM project. The community is absolutely brilliant. And because we have such a busy community, there are reasons behind that. And one of those reasons is we've got a certain decorum that we like to keep in the Raptoreum Discord, and that is not to be overly too serious about things. We like to have fun. At the same time, we like to keep the degeneracy there, because that's a core backbone of blockchain, and how blockchain was so popular because of the degeneracy behind it all. So we like to keep that going through the Discord and some of our social media channels. But degeneracy in an intellectual way is how I like to put it. Not just dumb degeneracy, although Piggy would probably differ with that. You know, like I say, we like to have fun, but at the same time, we like to develop cool products, and we are serious about what we develop, and it shows that because of how much effort we put into our code and how much testing we put into it. But also, like I say, we like to keep the lighter side of things as well, to keep the community engaged and to keep things fun in terms of the way that we deploy tools and activities for the community as well, such as trivia, and also a lot of the interactions with Me6. For example, how we've given the community a bit more of a personalized experience, where you know, some community members have got their own commands, and by having all those things working alongside, then the staying power of the community is much more stronger than a community that's overly serious, and also that doesn't have any sort of engaging qualities in different layers of the way the community is.
Okay. Regarding the upcoming directions and evolution for Raptoreum, I don't see a defined roadmap apart from the few stages on the website. I find this rather unfortunate. Could this be improved? This also applies to the games and development. Indeed, apart from via YouTube, there is little written material for tracking progress.
I'll do that one as well if you want.
Yeah, well, I can. I mean, we can go in to find a tale of things per specified roadmap, but we don't, because things can change. Orders of production can change depending on basically what decisions we come to along the way. We weren't initially planning a forking mechanism like we're just about to push, or which we are in the process of pushing live on the testnet now. We weren't planning on introducing anything like that now. We were planning on introducing that after transaction decoupling. But looking at what's best for the network, we decided to move it up and use it to introduce assets. So, I mean, changes will be made. It's all a work in progress, really. So if I lay out a set of milestones and we find a reason for changing that all around, it still comes back to the same thing. The main stage is where we get things done. I mean, code is being pushed. We're working on the main stages. If we put finite detail and time on there, we learned the hard way in 2021 that that's not a good idea, because then life is going to turn around and shoot you in the foot. We had a large part of the team ready to do a lot of things in 2021. However, it just wasn't possible with everybody suddenly having kids at home 24/7. You tried doing development work while at the same time changing a nappy. You're welcome to. Day in, day out. It just doesn't work like that. So we can either be honest about it and keep it real, which is what we've chosen, or we can fuck about and find out, and life is going to turn around and shoot us in the foot again. As to the game development, they're not being built by the core team. You can ask those teams about it. It's all public who's on them, taking the time it's taking. For something like that kind of development, to have specific roadmaps, etc., we would have to take on literally millions in VC funding. We haven't done that. We haven't taken on any external funding. So I don't think you have a valid point at all. Goodbye and fuck you.
Some of that, David. I mean, the point of it is you don't see Solana or Ethereum working on games directly on their website, on their project. You know, it's all about the core blockchain, and that's all that matters. Everything else around that is additional to that, and there are separate teams working on that.
Exactly.
If the games
community,
if the games
if
projects
the games themselves want to put out something, they put out something.
Yeah.
Don't mix up what's what.
Yeah. Okay. The next one, regarding immutability, how does IPFS work for assets? If clarification needed, assets such as videos, photos, audios. David?
IPFS are decentralized storage. Now, what does decentralized storage mean? It means basically that the only way to retrieve data from a particular IPFS cloud is to have one of the upload hashes from it. And this is something we can tie in and store in exactly the Mongo database we're partnering with. It came originally from something called distributed hash tables. If some of you can remember the second wave of torrent sites, where you could connect to a torrent swarm using something called DHT. DHT tells you basically how to talk to a particular cloud of IPs that are connected to and can serve up a specific file. So imagine this on a slightly grander scale, but where each upload has essentially data pinned to a point in one of these clouds. Some of it will be just metadata, text. Some cases it'll be video. Some cases it'll be JPEGs. It can be all kinds of things. We've got a tutorial for setting up a private cloud and cluster. Charlie has done that. But yeah, no, this is actually a good idea. Explaining how it works and why it's workable with this. If you're familiar with something like, for example, Filecoin or Artweave, or what is it they're called? That one storage coin that actually works. Is it Chia? I think it might be Chia. Chia can do a similar kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Where you can do basically storage, but it's the decentralized network itself that you've paid for the storage. So as long as the decentralized network is running, you will be able to get and retrieve that data. Where something like MongoDB comes in is, for example, on an Explorer, it can store a list of these hashes together with the transaction hashes that we use to create the assets we're talking about, so it can speed up the whole lookup process. It can maybe even hold a limited amount in like a preview or pre-search stage, you know, just like when you mouse over certain icons on certain sites, they kind of pop out at you a little bit and show you a little bit of what's under there. That's where we would come in and kind of combine the decentralized service with a centralized search tool. Yeah.
Basically, it came down also it came down also. Sorry, I mix French and English right now. It came down also to the understanding of always use the storage for assets of, I mean, for token or NFTs. You know.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened is that you can think of it as different level of resilience of an asset.
Yeah.
I mean, basic level in
There's
decentralized way.
There's a second question from the same guy that actually helps specify it a bit more. Second related question: what about long-term immutability, say several centuries, or more years in the future?
Yeah, so
Think like
that's
a
about
public registry. Well, this is where the nodes themselves come in. We are going to be providing a certain amount of storage on at least some of the nodes. That's why they actually have this 0.5 to 1 TB disk requirement in some of the early specs we worked out. And at least for anything that comes out via RTM's own platform, we are going to worry about ensuring that storage is available for it. If it's from an individual who is issuing an asset on their own, I would have to say it's not really the project's problem. How their storage lasts or doesn't last, that's something that they individually will have to answer for. But anything that's going to come out via official RTM channels, like on the vendor platform or something like that, is going to get a certain amount of cluster space on the node network.
Basically, guys, what you have to understand is that the level of resilience is whatever you want to do. I mean, we can implement storage on a different level. I mean, it's something that I've been thinking, David, if I'm thinking correctly. It could be EPFS, the node itself, and you can use even the blockchain to storage. But mostly what is used is the link that point to a storage in EPFS. That's the first level of resilience that you get. But if you don't, if you don't call, if you don't call it, if you don't use it, if you don't go to see what it's on and where it is, on the long run, for sure, EPFS can lose bit of the metadata, but it's in the long run, and if there is no usage of it, you know. So that's one of the points. But if we are storing it on the nodes, that's a very hard way on immutability. There is no problem over it.
Yeah, cool. Considering that RTM chain have almost 1,200 smart nodes, which apparently belong to only 100 people, because those are the 100 people who are present in all spaces, the rest are either idle or non-existent, and seeing that most of those nodes are created in Pecunia, which is a centralized service, how do you address concerns about the decentralization of the network? And what special measures have you implemented to maintain it in Raptoreum?
Seems like there's a lot of assumptions in that. So
yeah,
so
seems like.
So people have 12 nodes each.
Apparently there's only 100 people with 12 nodes each, because those are the only people that are present.
It's a load of bollocks, basically, your question. the assumptions it makes. We've got several services that distribute this kind of ownership across a significantly greater number of owners. iNodes, for example, has about 10,000 customers. 10,000 customers who share half the network. So, I mean, that's 100 times the number of people you're saying being part of the ownership circle. We've got secondary services coming in. We've got a new service coming in like Node Hub, who are an excellent alternative to Pecunia. And we may add more for hosting whole nodes. The only thing we've ever restricted in any way, shape, or form with this is anybody who does shared nodes, if they want to advertise on the Discord server, they need to be verifiable and accountable. So get your stuff in order before you ask questions like this again.
All right. Next one. I think it's from the same guy because the times are very close. Okay. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask you this question, and I apologise, but I'm asking it because unfortunately you have poor organisation on your website and the information provided for people to mine RTM and set up a smart node. So if we're already having trouble just getting started with mining, updating the wallet, setting up a node, then I would like to ask, what is Raptoreum's strategy to promote mass adoption of its cryptocurrency, and how do you plan to make it more accessible to people without technical experience in blockchain?
Can I partially answer this one?
The last part of that question is actually reasonable.
Yeah.
Yep, the last part is reasonable, but I will just answer the first part. I can assure you that there is YouTube videos from many YouTubers in many languages that show you how to set up a smart node, that show you how to use the wallet. There is even video in a lot of different languages about Stacy, which is an in Discord wallet if you don't want to use the Qt wallet. So that's not true in many ways. Even if you don't find the docs easy to use in this website, you just go over any YouTube channels and just write how to set up a wallet RTM, and you have like 10, 20 videos about it in many different languages. So that's irrelevant a lot of way.
I
So
mean,
those parts,
could
it's going on.
be an idea for us to occasionally pull some of those in and add them to the docs.
We're cool totally. But I mean, there is a lot of stuff out there or existing. Yeah. Maybe not. If you don't find the one in our website,
but then maintaining the docs becomes it becomes a lot more of a job. Yeah.
So basically, guys, you can just. I mean, I think I can for sure say that in Spanish, in English, in French, in Russian, and even in Arabic, I think correctly.
Yeah,
there is Arabic, video about
Turkic.
it.
Yeah,
there is video about it. So I know that's not all the existing languages in the world, but I think you may find some you may talk yourself. So yeah. I mean, it's. I think we're actually doing a great work with the team that we have about how to set up things, and you can always open the Discord, and they will always someone helpful to help you to set up anything.
Or you can come to the Telegram. If you got any problem, go to Telegram or a Spanish Telegram, and we help you there. We all there help anybody there have any problem with their wallet or their smart nodes. We're gonna be there all the time.
Yeah, there are a massive number of community language channels that it's pretty easy to forget and ignore if you're only English speaker and focused on the Discord.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you have any kind of trouble, and I can understand that, maybe I don't remember because I don't remember right now, but we can look at setting up a new wallet video and a new smart node video, like wallet for dummy and smart node for dummy video, and dumb down the process even more. But you already have those kind of work made by YouTubers with such a lot of different languages. So it's I don't think it's worth getting any more. Maybe just specifying on the website. So the
Yeah.
second part of the question, what was it already, Paul?
I don't know. I think we should just do the next one now. I mean, you've basically answered that one, I think. Yeah. Next one is, if as of today, I think this is again from the same guy. The time's very similar. If as of today you handle the project's finances in such a non-transparent manner, what is your strategy to attract and retain technical talent in the Raptoreum development team, considering the competition in the cryptocurrency space and knowing that you do not show transparency in that aspect? Will you pay whatever you see fit, or do you consider being more transparent and promoting transparency in the 5% of funds you raise from all miners? I mean,
first of all, we're not raising funds from any of the miners. They're choosing to participate. So, meh. If you're choosing to participate, you're choosing to participate. So nobody is raising funds from anybody. That is what it is. We don't have anybody on the team who's left. None of the developers have left. Are we going to explain every single bit of what gets paid out? No. I'm not an accountant. I'm not even going to think about being one. We set a reasonable value. We have a policy of relatively quickly, unless we have a specific goal in mind for anything, to basically get books to zero in order to make sure that if we ever do, or no, not if we ever do, it's a question of when we do have a hack of some kind, that it's not going to ruin the project and it's just going to be, oh, we've got a week or two of skipped funding and then onwards and upwards. That's why we're doing things the way we're doing them. Is it 100% transparent? No. Once we're done with the features development we have promised, we are looking at something like Dash style proposals and voting, but not till the point where we're done with the features we've promised.
I think this guy as well doesn't realise how much it costs us to be part of the project. So let's put it like that.
Yeah.
We pay money from our day-to-day work in other areas to fund things for the project. That's the position we're in. We're paying from from other work to fund things like exchanges, and we're building those pots up to support the project. The project doesn't bring in the developer fee to support things like that. If you actually looked at the value of the developer fee, it's nothing. So we are here because we literally pay to be here. We're not like sitting here with gold teeth. We are paying to be here because we want the project to succeed. We are paying for exchanges out of our own pockets because we want the project to succeed. And I think people need to realise that, whether we're transparent or not with this 5%, it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things of what we actually put into the project. It's nothing. So you know, it is what it is, and we've said before, we're here because we enjoy what we do. We're not here because we're earning anything. We're not.
You remember, and several times, Paul told me when I was doing something or sponsoring something, I say, man, you're not obligated to do it. I don't care. I love paying to be part of RTM.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dead. And
it can be downright ridiculous from time to time. Yeah.
it can be. I mean, in terms of myself, I've bought my own nodes. I've bought my nodes, and my nodes support the trivia nights and things like that. But Get's only just managed to get back to where he was before we went on the last conference to CryptoOrgs the first time. You know, and we're supporting this on our own ourselves because we want to. It's not because we're, you know, we're rolling in the dollars in terms of a project standpoint. We're doing it because we're
living the good and grand life.
we're not.
I mean, I'm living all right, but I'm living where you can live with a family of 5 for $2,000 a month and live a very nice life, which is not a choice a lot of people would make. So,
But you're only doing that because you're doing other work as well. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
If you didn't do the other work, you wouldn't be
Yeah,
able to.
this wouldn't be happening at the moment. Yeah, I'd be back in school teaching.
So the bottom line is we're here because we want to be here. We enjoy what we do, and it costs us money to be here. That's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I have my passport, I'm gonna be close to you, Dave. Find me a house there. The cheapest in Brazil. So I got a family of 4 here. So
we've got 6. Yeah, number 6 on the way.
Oh, fantastic, huh?
Yeah, it feels good.
Yes.
Are you going for double figures?
I can neither confirm nor deny rumors to that effect.
Oh, okay.
I did have a period of my life where I did enjoy a certain amount of freedom years and years ago. May that come back to haunt me? Quite possibly.
So, are you counting those potential situations in the current figure?
No.
Okay.
No, it's bad enough to potentially be a granddad by 50. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next question. Dear Raptoreum development team, thank you for providing this opportunity for engagement where we can ask the questions we want. I think it was actually Zavox's idea that we start doing this. I would like to pose the following question. If we have been waiting for the assets for over a year now and you've repeatedly told us they are coming soon, which they are, only to face failures each time you attempt to launch the mainnet. We've never tried to launch the mainnet, so that's wrong. Forcing you to restart development over and over again.
It's never restarted.
It's never restarted. The mainnet has always been up.
Yeah.
What guarantees are there that these latest tests you have once again deployed on the testnet will work?
What's on the testnet now is not actually asset code. The asset code is done and finished in there. What we are bringing onto the network, onto the testnet network now, is a mechanism for making sure that once assets are introduced into the mainnet, they'll be introduced smoothly, meaning they're not going to we're not going to have to say, if you haven't updated your nodes and clients by the 1st of May, we will drop you from the network. And you will have to resync everything, etc., etc., etc. It'll be a gradual change where if by the time the network starts dropping the connections, you haven't upgraded, you can just upgrade the software client and it should continue smoothly from where it left off. It's to ensure that we don't have any more of those, basically breaking changes, because those breaking changes can also do unforeseen things, like dropping a bad block onto the network that all the old wallets can't read, or if it's a new incoming code fork, it could even be some of the older wallets helping to drop a block onto the network that the new nodes can't read, and then you've got one part of the network that needs to be resynced. What we're working on is basically a mechanism that allows for otherwise fine blocks, but with minor little things that could break the sync in them, to exist on the network at the same time, so it can move forward regardless of whatever. And we won't have any of the hiccups we had when we introduced some of the earlier code changes. Which is really something you should be quite happy with. Anyway, when will you address the pending tasks in the project? Throughout these 3 years, you have repeatedly, lied to us, really. Promising one thing after another. Now you claim certain features are ready, that the Talon wallet will be available soon. It's always soon, yet it takes months and years to deliver. When will you start working a bit faster? How long will you continue to lose community and so many people who have been waiting for you while the price continues to plummet? When do you plan to start working? Also considering all the coins you sold at the time, did it only suffice for buying houses, cars, living lavishly and squandering the money on nonsense? Did neither you nor the despicable community of cheats and scoundrels accompanying manage you to reinvest in the project to promote community involvement, to foster blockchain adoption, or to adopt attract developers willing to work? Did you follow the trend in most projects, devouring the cake and leaving crumbs for developers to work with?
Fucking hell. I mean,
it's a troll. It's not possible in either way. It's a troll.
This guy's having a bad day. I think.
Someone had a bowl of retardios this morning.
Yeah. Okay, let's break it down. When will you address the pending tasks in the project? Those tasks are always being addressed, and we provide plenty of updates about those tasks. Throughout the 3 years, you've repeatedly lied to us. We've not said any lies. We haven't said when things are going to be ready. We never promised anything. That's another thing that we reassured on that fact. We never promised anyone anything. We just continued to work in the bear market. We never stopped.
Yeah.
Now you claim that certain features are ready. That's because they are. You can see on the testnet that the Talon wallet will be available soon. Yeah, there's a keyword there. Soon. We're working on it. There's a separate team on that that's working on it. You know, it's a development thing, and we've said that that's happening. If we never actually said that the Talon wallet was happening, and
wallet development, not just wallet development, so all software development always takes considerably longer than planned. Get used to it.
But if we'd have not said anything about a Talon wallet, bearing in mind this is a third-party team, and then just unveiled it, you'd be like, "Whoa!" But we've said, you know, we've got a separate team developing a Talon wallet for assets and things. We haven't said a time it's going to be ready for or anything like that, but we've said that it's in development, which it is, and we've also shown a few screenshots of the early wallet. We haven't said when it's going to be ready or anything like that.
And we've quite openly talked about on stream that there being other alternatives we're looking at potentially bringing in and making use of instead in the meantime.
Mhm.
So I don't know really where you're coming from with all this.
It's
If you're
always
just a salty little faggot who hasn't had basically any love in the last couple of years, well, tough shit for you, bro. I just don't care. I can't take this seriously.
when will you start working a bit faster? We work at the speed that
We
gives
work at, yeah.
that gives out quality. We don't rush anything because we don't want anything to break. We want to do things properly, and that's why we work at the speed we work. How long will you continue to lose community? As far as I understand on the numbers, we haven't lost community.
We're actually growing,
We're growing, yeah.
albeit a little bit more slowly than we'd like.
Okay. Price continues to plummet. It's not actually plummeting. We've flattened off, and we're on a slight trajectory at the moment. If you check the chart, not financial advice. Do your own research. When do you plan to start working, David? We haven't started working, have we? When do we plan to start?
Yeah, but
So,
I mean,
next week, shall we start?
no. I need some time off in my spa with my massages and.
Yeah.
Did you change your Lamborghini to get back up?
Oh,
And
my
then
Lambo! My Lambo?
Yeah, I just got my new helicopter. Sorry.
Yeah,
I will
I
be
mean,
coming
well,
at your cottage in the mountain.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, my Lambo. I mean, I've been going for a Ferrari 470, but Paul, you should Google that. Stick that up on the screen.
Ferrari 470. Let's have a look.
It's a tractor. It's a tractor. It's a tractor.
Well,
Lambo
the good
was.
thing about this question is that they make us laugh a little bit because we are laughing here. We are laughing. Some people think that way. It's very
No,
strange.
sorry, it's not.
I can't find that one, David.
Hold on.
It's a farm work. It's a farm work thing. So I guess like Lambo was
370, not 470. I'm getting old.
370.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not that either.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
It's called 370 HY Power Safe.
Oh, yeah, I can see that now. Yeah.
It's for farm work, like Lamborghini was at the beginning, I guess.
Ferrari started off making drain pipes.
So this is like a handheld thing.
Yep.
It's like it's like a rotavator, isn't it?
Hey, that's a walking tractor, I'll have you know.
It's like a Zimmer frame tractor.
Called a walking tractor. Thank you very much. You can. Yes, I am planning on buying one of those.
Okay.
I do have a Porsche in the barn back with my parents, but that was a 1929 tractor.
Get real, guys. Get real. Please, get real, guys.
Okay. Also, considering all the coins you sold at the time, did it only suffice for buying houses, cars, and living lavishly, and squandering the money on nonsense? David, you shouldn't have got those implants, mate.
Which time?
Which money we sold? Which coin we sold?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Can you go forward? The next question. This one was too much.
Okay.
I mean, fucking hell. Yeah.
Did neither you nor the despicable community of cheats and scoundrels accompanying you manage to reinvest in the project? Community, you're a bunch of scoundrels, according to this guy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, he's not on my Christmas card list any longer, whoever the fuck he is.
Oh, yeah. Charlie's just posted his Lambo. that he's been blowing all his RTM money on.
Yeah.
Well, guy,
I mean,
this guy,
I've
guy
been
just
saving up for the last year and a bit to get one of those Ferrari 370s.
Isn't that a rototiller?
Yeah,
No.
It is.
That's the disturbed North American way of naming a walking tractor. It's a proper Italian walking tractor, I'll have you know. You can get grass cutting attachments, hay making equipment, the whole thing, even nice little carts with a seat on that attach directly to it, so you can drive yourself around up and down the hills with it.
I mean, it kind of looks like a rototiller to me.
It's next level up from a rototiller.
Oh, just kidding. I see
those
it.
guys.
yeah.
This
Anyway,
question just killed me. This
I
question
can't,
just
I
killed
can't
myself.
believe I got out of bed at this hour for this.
Change question. Change
I
another
mean,
one.
this was the last one.
that was the last one on the sheet.
No, that's the last question. You kept the best one for the last shot.
I mean,
Yeah.
despicable community. Wow.
Oh, it's
All
crazy.
right, let's go over to the YouTube and see what's going on there.
I have a 20-year-old Hilux that's currently in the workshop having its gearbox replaced.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I've got a £250 Renault Megane on the road.
hey, but
Ball in it, mate.
you just spent more money on a paint job than you did on the
That is true. Yeah. Okay. I hope the wife's not watching this, because when the wife asked me how much it cost, I gave her a figure that was a fifth of the price. But anyway, yeah, I've just had it all polished and nice, and there's no scratches on it now or anything. Yeah, bearing in mind my car cost me 250 English pounds, which is about $300 on the road as well. Absolute bargain. The way I see it, you know.
For 1,000 Canadian.
Oh yeah, about 1,000 Canadian. If it drives and it stops and it turns corners, what else do you need? That's the way I see it.
working brakes. Oh yeah, okay, you did put in stops.
Yeah. All right, let's check this out. How you doing, TSN? Nice to see you in the chat, bro. Hello from the UK, from Lloyd Wilson. How you doing, man? Hunter saying RTM is the best project. Next month will be 2 years since I mined my first RTM. I'm honoured to still be with you throughout the entire bear market. Things are finally turning in the right direction. You see, you get comments like this, like a polar opposite from that last one on the sheet. It's it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, thanks a lot for those, Hunter. I don't think that's the same Hunter HNS, is it? It's different. From Slovenia. Yep, Slovenia, so that's different. Yeah, thanks for your support, bro.
Totally.
Really appreciate it.
Awesome.
RQ is saying Peps. Don't know what that is. Mining as fast as I can with 4 3900Xs. Wish I had more. That's from Lloyd Wilson.
Yeah. Glad to hear it. Glad to have them on the network.
Lloyd Wilson likes the tunes. Yeah, they are by Infraction. Every time we put these tunes out, we have about 5 or 6 copyright strikes. They're supposed to be copyright free. But yeah, we're sorting that out.
Yeah.
They are good tunes, though. Do agree. Bermuda Triangle is saying fake viewers. Do you know what? There might be a few fake ones there. If you are botting, guys, then don't bother. Just leave us be. We want to know how many real people are watching us. So if you are botting, just save your money. We try and do things in a real manner here. We try and do things more organically. I do appreciate you doing it though. That's good, and thanks for spending your money.
We take it as a vote of confidence, but I mean at the same time, we also like very much to keep it real,
Yes.
which is what it is. But yeah, whoa.
Appreciate your
That
support, but just chill out a bit on the bots, bro. I mean, we don't really need that.
Yeah.
Okay. Life without salt has no taste. That's from Bender95280.
True.
Uh,
Absolutely true.
Javier Salo is saying, hi there, cheers from Buenos Aires. Go RTM.
Buenos Aires.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Lloyd Wilson is saying, you don't mince your words. I assume that's in regards to David. David never minces his words.
Yeah. No, I can't be bothered. It's easier just to be clear, blunt, and say what you mean. Yeah, Dwight Fulbrecht. I would also dispute those ownership assumptions from that person. Yes, you did drop in during the tedious questions phase. I actually got out of bed before 5 o'clock on a Monday morning to do this. It makes me feel so positive.
Yeah, Hyperion is saying the guy who is asking those questions is either ignorant and hasn't seen the circulation supply of RTM, or hasn't seen that all of that RTM has been mined through miners and nodes by the people. Probably confusing some pre-mined shitcoins to ours. Probably.
Yeah. Could be. Could be.
What kind of bunch of foot is this? I don't know, bro. I don't know. It is what it is. I think we answered it all right, though, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
with my helicopter or not at the end of the day.
But I mean, I'm going to get my Ferrari and I'm going to post all kinds of pictures with it once I do.
Yeah, Dwight is saying Hyperion apparently we're also cheats and scoundrels now, huh? Yep, cheats and scoundrels, the lot of you.
Yep. Best kind of people there are on the internet.
Can someone explain this guy RTM has no VC fund, like it's purely community/dev work? Exactly. PC gameplay videos is saying, how long until Baguette shows his baguette?
No.
Well,
there's no baguette there. It's a salami.
Paul, I've seen it several times already.
What about you would like me to see it?
Yeah.
You've seen it in Auxerre. You have to be true to it. We slept in the same flat. We went bathing in the same swimming pool. You know, it was kind of.
Am I interrupting a moment here?
As far as I remember, I slept in the car.
Yeah, see, I think we can move to another channel. Alejandro?
I'm laughing about dirty Cryptus Smith face. He's laughing there.
Yeah.
Another question?
I mean, look at us, Jesse, and then look at them. I mean, there's obviously something here that they don't understand, the attractiveness of this general nice, polished style, the whole, yep. Bloody hell.
So you say we should shave our heads off and have a goatee? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
Baldy forever. Those Baldy. I'm getting there. Give me a moment, you know.
Yeah.
Few more years.
Yeah. You might catch up in time. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hyperion saying their disdain towards new projects comes from them being burned on all the VC funded ERC20 shitcoins.
Yep.
Yeah, could
Yep.
be.
That is a large part of it. Yeah. I mean, salt will flow. Lloyd Wilson is saying early Porsche would be rad. Yeah, it is. It is extremely rad. It's fun. It's from before the 3-point hitch system. The one next time I visit my parents, I'll have to take some pictures.
Tenacious is saying, isn't the personal number plate on your Megane worth more than the car, Biney? Yeah, you would be right. It's worth like 20 times the car. Probably more than that. And like Piggy mentioned earlier, the paint job I had done the other day on the car is again double the price of the car, so it's all irrational. I shouldn't really be spending that sort of money on that absolute nail. But you know, starts, it stops, it turns corners. For the
Hey,
money,
I'm replacing the gearbox on 20-year-old Hilux.
yeah.
But I mean, it's a Hilux, so it's a $500 operation,
Yeah.
which really isn't bad for a full gearbox
But it's
replacement.
worth it on that, isn't it? It's worth it.
Yeah, it is.
On
It
my
absolutely
on
is.
my car, it's not. I'm just pissing money up the wall. It's not worth it. It's worth it
Yeah.
doing it on yours. Anyway,
Toyota is always Toyota.
Yeah, but I mean,
Hilux.
Toyota is Toyota, man. Can't beat it.
Mm.
Especially Land Cruisers, Hiluxes. I've got a lead on a 1980 registered 1979 model Toyota Land Cruiser BJ43. Who we need to moon a little bit more, and some of my other work needs to pay out. Then I'll be riding in style.
An old school Land Rover.
40-year-old car, top speed of under 100 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, but it can go up the trees.
Oh, it'll push the trees over. Squash any of the nasty plastic cars from today.
yeah. Thashara's saying hi from Dubai. Hi, bro. Thanks for watching.
Hi, bro.
Awesome.
He's saying he's working on his second RTM node. That's brilliant, man.
Awesome, man.
Perfect.
You need another 10 to be to keep up with the
Mr. College
To be part
rolls.
of the 100.
yeah, you need 12. That's the figure. And you need to be within the 100 people that are in the community. Okay, what else have we got? Props for answering the trolls from St. Mutual or S Mutual.
Yeah, but I mean, it's got to be done from time to time, but I'm not going to sit and try to be overly professional and nice about it. They will get an answer.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
not the answer they liked, but they'll get an answer.
The guy,
It's fair.
whoever put the bot on, thanks for turning it off. I think we're about the right figure now.
Oh yes, yeah.
That's
Thank
more.
you.
That's more like it. You don't need to send bots. Keep up the good work, lads. Good things come to those who are patient. From Lloyd Wilson. Thanks, bro. PC gameplay videos is saying RTM dress code equals bald hair, goatee, big headphones, and spicy language.
Sound about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lloyd Wilson fully restoring a 1972 VW camper van worth every RTM. You spending your RTM doing that?
Is that a Synchro? Synchro, one of the old West German army ambulances? That would be worth every penny of it.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Let's have a look at the stream party chat. Let's see if there's any questions for us.
Lloyd Wilson, does that mean a hippie bus? And minus the headphones, Piggy, Smith, Baguette, get it? Yep. The other two do need to catch up, yeah. Ooh. Full on hippie bus. Ooh. That is kind of nice. Hey,
Nice.
Fudweiser.
Hey, you doing, Footweiser? Nice to see some new people in the chat. ERM. Yeah, that's your Stacy wallet bot. That's your Discord wallet for Raptoreum coins. Thanks to the guys that are helping him with that. TOD, is that a new guy? Or is that just renamed Todd Starlipper? TOD. It's got like a Flux logo with a bull on it. I don't know.
That wouldn't be. In the RTM main chat or the party chat?
Stream party chat. That's where we go.
Ah.
TOD. Looks like a new guy anyway. Okay. Falcon's saying, I would post pics of my 2000 Buick, but I wouldn't want to have to fend off the flood of junkyard and haul away offers. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Jeff's saying, oh no, it's the different Jeff, because Jeff Starlipper's still the same profile, so it must be a new guy. And I was getting mixed up with the names.
Hey.
So Todd is a new guy. Welcome, Todd.
Yeah. Also good to see you on here, ERM. Awesome to have you guys here. Feels good.
Falcon saying the RTM AMA turned into a car chat.
Kind of.
Falcon saying, do AI trivia robots count as fake viewers?
Ooh.
Possible.
Could be. No, they weren't questions from Benny. Benny is.
It could be Verdad.
It could be.
It could.
Yeah.
By the way it was written.
I
it could be Verdad.
don't think Verdad's that salty.
Oh, he used to be. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, one last thing before we go. H&S had a bit of an idea that he DM'd me earlier. Why not do a special segment during the AMA where we all do a mini brainstorming session on a particular company and how they can use our blockchain? We can do, yeah. Pull up the website. You and David do a mini opportunity analysis. That turns into a clip that H&S can use. And yeah, so let's choose a company. And we can spend 5 minutes exploring RTM's impact on their business. We'll cover 4 main areas: how they'll make more money, how we'll save them more money, how we'll solve their problems, how we'll prevent their problems. Every CEO has these things in mind. Those are the hooks and the segments within the 5 minutes. All right, let's pick a company then. So it's probably best to pick something that's not entirely tech focused in a big way.
I suggest that the community give us whatever company they want.
Yeah. So what company do you think we should pick, guys?
That's my area of expertise. I can go forward on that for hours.
Are you saying AMD? Well, that's more of a, an advanced tech company. I think we'd have a lot more to talk about if we choose a more traditional.
An everyday business.
An everyday business.
An everyday business.
Okay, Maersk. That's the shipping company that transports containers.
Maersk? Yeah.
Yeah. So we could do that. I'll just put that in on the website.
That's going to be tricky because they're actually one of the few companies that is actively making use of blockchain for a lot of logistics tracking, and I know several of their engineers who are based down in Kuala Lumpur here. They're an excellent company. One of the largest, most successfully run family businesses on the planet. That old man has control of a lot more than most people would be comfortable with. They do everything.
All right.
Like literally everything. They do retail shopping all the way up to building infrastructure.
I don't need my name put on any list or anything, but we are looking at integrating an RTM Pay shop for JD Knives products. So I'm interested in learning more about that. But yeah.
That's a fairly straightforward, simple process. We've got cryptocurrency checkout, a Shopify plugin. It'll work with Shopify and several other common WordPress payment plugins. You can run it at the same time as regular credit card payments so that people can, once you get to the checkout page, just choose do they want to pay by card, PayPal, or cryptocurrency of their choice. Depending on which cryptos you select during the setup process. I mean, the setup process does take a fair amount of time because they support a massive number of cryptocurrencies. So it's slowly and steadily going through it, selecting the ones they do support, inputting your payout addresses, that kind of thing. But other than that, it really should be just like filling in a web form to set it up. We've got CK Santos, who is by no means a tech wizard. He managed to set it up. If he can manage it, I believe that anybody who's got a little bit of logic and persistence in them can sit down and actually do it.
Okay, Baguette. H&S shared a website for inventory, right? And I'm going to put this website on the page now. Here we are. And I'm going to ask you a few questions, Mr. Baguette.
Yep, but I need to see the website. Did you put it on the Discord?
Yeah, it's on the stream party chat. So this website is rightsizedinventory.com.
Yeah, let me get to the party stream party chat. Yes. Let me scroll. Maybe blockchain metrics. First metrics. Oh, under that.
What you say?
It's H&S that
H&S,
put
yeah.
it.
H&S, rightsizedinventory.com.
I don't see it. Yeah. Rightsizeinventory.com. Give me 1 second.
37 minutes past the hour he posted it.
How many times you tell me?
I can put a link in here.
Yeah, put it into stream party. Oh yeah. Oh, in yeah, it's perfect. Thanks, bro. Right size inventory.
Okay, so from what you're seeing on that website, what do you know about it just from the website? Well, I'm putting you on the spot here.
First things, let me turn back my camera.
Okay.
Okay. So first I have to understand what it's all about. I don't even know what business they are in, you know? Right, it says that inventory solution gets some things. Because it's very patented predictive analytics. That's tech company.
They're a
That's
logistics services provider.
it seems more like a tech company for logistics services,
Yeah. So,
in my opinion.
how can the Raptoreum blockchain make them more money?
I have to look at it, bro. It's pretty. It's not a traditional everyday businesses. Supply chain. I mean, blockchain in supply chain is something that is already used. It's used in many way, many company, many different company. But that's just a tech company, bro. It's not a logistic company. Tech for logistic, I would call it.
Yeah. I mean, one area where this can definitely be of use is if they've got excess pilferage or disappearance from basically inventory control systems. With a blockchain-based solution, you won't be able to just modify whatever went into the database because each record is immutable. So every time you scan out a damaged item, it's got to be reported or you will end up accountable for it.
It's what happened right now. It's what happening already on supply for solution for supply, which are already used. But the difference is that we already, I mean, it's something that we already talked about, is that either right now how it happens, either you're a logistical company that's already implemented those kind of solution, either you are a big company which want to move in onto a blockchain solution like Hyperledger, and you contact IBM, and they come and they say, okay, it's 400,000 euro, and then we can talk. That's basically what happened. But when you want to make it happen in a medium-sized company, it's not working. It's not working this way. So all the bullshit that you get in handling logistic chain, something I can talk very well about. I was doing export for a long time, and I know how a hassle can it be to go through all the administrative process to be sure that everything is on the right track. The tracking is not that good if you're going to send a cargo to another part of the world or whatever. So basically, blockchain comes in a different way. Each of the handler would be doing a transaction when they get the packet, or either the packet or either the package so everyone send a transaction about it. You can make it that transaction. You can make it an asset, which should be modifiable, or you can just add in like an historic over each transaction that came with the message and how it's being handled. And that's make it for sure that you can track in a very efficient way how your goods are being processed during the whole trajectory from your company to the other company, whether from the suppliers to you or either to subcontractors to you. So that's one of the points they can use and simplify, and at the same time make value of the immutable part of the blockchain. As David told us, you cannot change any information that you could change or modify in a centralized system.
Yeah, which is kind of an Achilles heel a little bit because it cuts both ways. It means that everybody is accountable all of the time. And some people really don't like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense
it
for
means It means you need to move to the decentralized system, which has full transparency and complete accountability in a centralized manner. It's not going to be something people are going to volunteer for initially in a business concern like that, because they will all of a sudden, all the little things they've done to make their day a little bit easier, they'll actually have to come up with real solutions for a lot of them.
Yeah, that's why basically why biggest company are using a private solution based on either Hyperledger or either or either a private version of Ethereum made by consensus. But that's got to be true for big company, but that's not our target, to be clear.
I'll be back on in a minute.
Sure. It's not our target, to be clear. Our target is little and small sized and middle sized businesses, and on this kind of people that are willing to update their way of doing things. In this kind of area, there's a lot of family sized businesses that do also supply chain. They don't have the means to do what big company like which is FedEx, DHL, all those kind of big handling company can do, like getting a private plane to handle all those kind of things. But they use brokers, and so they're more using brokers for space and stuff like that. But that don't mean that they don't have any businesses. Those small and middle company are pretty much what make the markets now. So it's pretty interesting to handle this, and it's solution to a lot of the problem, because as they using subcontractors and going through other network of delivery, that will be pretty interesting for them to leverage the power of blockchain to track how things handled during the different exchange and the ending of the packet of the delivery. So that's basically how we could help them getting there. But sure, that they need to accept to be trackable onto a fully transparent network. But as they don't have the same means as big company, I think it's not something which is a real problem over adoption for RTM on that, you know.
Have you got anything to say on that, Alejandro?
Well, no, I guess it could be. I get some help here with with a model, and it's a huge bunch of things that Raptoreum blockchain can do for any company. Really, it can be so many things that we can spend hours here talking about it. In this company can increase the transparency and the security, streamlining processes, new business model is a huge information you can actually do with a blockchain like Raptoreum. So many information can be handled. 1,200 smart nodes can be worked with in many different ways, and even they can scale the way the network needed. So it's totally decentralized, miners everywhere. So security and all this good technology that you have on and working with for the assets and for the smart contracts, that it can actually, I don't see the end of what Raptoreum can do for any company, really. It's too much. It's too much for my mind, and I have a such a poor mind.
HNS, have you got enough content there? Just let us know. If not, then we can carry on. We could talk about it all night.
Yeah, but I mean the supply chain is one of the few. I mean, there is a lot of business that can leverage blockchain in one way or another. But there are also a lot of businesses that don't need blockchain. We have to stay true about it. You know, it's
Yeah.
a technology. When you need a screwdriver, you won't be using and a hammer. You just use a screwdriver, because it makes sense.
At the same time, a lot of these smaller businesses, let's say a craft carpenter or a plumber or something like that, they can choose to certify their work using it.
Well, sure.
That doesn't necessarily have to, and they can use that as a marketing tool. So, I mean, we can open up whole new fields with it. Somebody basically, it really takes balls for a plumber to actually guarantee his work, put it into an immutable format. This is what was done. These are the changes made. And then stick that into an NFT and give that NFT to the customer or publish it publicly so that it's there. You can see what their work process was. You can follow it the whole way through. I mean, this is in many ways doing away with the lack of transparency that surrounds a lot of these quality system protocols. Everybody knows that ISO certificates have something to do with quality certification, but nobody can really tell you what they all mean, all the different ones. There are so many different ISO numbers. What do they all mean?
So
What does HACCP mean? What does IFS mean? What do many of these standards mean? But blockchain is a really powerful tool for dealing with the same questions in a transparent manner instead of relying on systems like HACCP, IFS, ISO, who are not transparent to normal people.
Yeah, but basically on the different use case, we will be seeing through them. We can discuss about everything, but yeah, it's as we say, you can move the axis concerning the company. I mean, blockchain can be used in a different axis, but
I
still,
mean, we do
it's
need to provide the tools for doing something like what I just mentioned.
yeah.
But this is not that far off. We've got already NFT factories on multiple chains, putting one together that will fit the RTM chain. And this kind of thing on top of it is not like a massive process shift. So that a business can essentially fill in a web form and pay either via crypto or via a credit card, and boom, they've got it published and they can make use of it. The day we're going to get mass adoption is when we move away from the entire concept of people having to know even that they're working with blockchain.
Solely advocating for that. It has
Yeah.
to be seamless. And we don't really care about technology. Something I always say, I mean, when you're using a credit card, you don't know all the process that go around it. You just use a credit card to pay something.
Yeah.
And that's about when you use the phone, the same. I don't even know the fuck how Discord is working, but I just use it because it makes sense to use it. And that's it.
Discord is IRC made pretty.
I'm sure I heard Smith about to say something. Smith, oh, you're back. You were about to say something, and then
interrupted.
And then you gave up.
Right. Yeah. I tucked tail. I just had to go dry my tears here real quick but I was gonna ask, like, that certification. That interests me. But I'm curious I see on the lower end, like when it comes to, you mentioned crafts carpenters or plumbers or something. On the low end, and I maybe not even call it the low end, but is word of
it's not the low end in terms of quality.
but
It's
so on, like for that certification on the low end, I would say is word of mouth, and then let's say on the top end is the ISO. Just for argument's sake, let's just put them into those two categories. Where now there's a certification for the blockchain where we could transfer it to an NFT, and then how does that exactly work? Like, do I show up to a job site and say, here's, give them a smartphone or something with a certification on it that's on the blockchain, and they're able to see all my work history? It's like a resume on demand, or
if you've published it like that, yeah, you can definitely do that. It
and it's
depends on how you
verifiable by the
choose.
blockchain.
Yeah. And you've got to basically have considerably more testicular fortitude to do that than somebody who's paying for ISO 9001. Because with ISO 9001, all you're certifying is really that there is a quality system.
Yeah, it's not.
If you're self-certifying, you are showing that this is the standard I can be held to.
Mm-hmm.
With the ISO system, in most cases, that's just not true. The same goes for something like HACCP, which is kind of scary, as many consider it the cornerstone of food safety. But all that really means is that you have a quality control system that has correctly identified all of the critical control points throughout your process flow, and it does active hazard analysis. That's what it means, hazard analysis and critical control points. So from the potato comes in, it gets peeled, need to make sure that there are no little bits of metal left over in the potatoes, then they get sliced, etc., etc., etc.
But it doesn't actually certify how well the hazard point is working. It just
the hazard analysis
is one.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where blockchain makes it fairly easy to basically move things into a more detailed, more niche kind of level, where everybody's more accountable. Not everyone likes being more accountable, but I would say that in many cases, if you can buy locally with increased accountability, you'd have to be an idiot to go down and buy the same thing with an ISO 9001 sticker on it from the big box store.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, there may be a difference in price, but A, you bought locally. B, they're actually saying how they're making this. So C, you can feel more assured in what you're getting, instead of going and buying something that's maybe 30% cheaper, but where you have a 200% increase in the chance of needing a refund on it.
Well, okay, here's something interesting I read just last night. And I read something that hot dogs in the United States was tested, and they found 2% of all hot dogs in the United States, all hot dogs, the hot dogs they tested, had 2% human DNA in them. And my wife says, "Oh my goodness, you mean we've been eating hot dogs with human DNA in them?" I said, "Well, actually, we buy from our local butcher who creates all his own wieners in store, right?" So that's the other, like you mentioned, going local. And if that was something that was provable and immutable right at the door, you read that and you're feeling that self-assurance or that assurance right away. That so yeah, layer upon layer of that accreditation is pretty neat.
Yeah, but it also takes significant willingness to be accountable in your business, to go out and to do it like that. But the example you just gave is perfect. It provides basically assurances to the people who are buying products from the butcher. It provides assurances all round, really. Good stuff.
I feel like we're winding down. You guys want to see the sword? I
Go
did
on,
a
then.
heat treat on it.
Let's have a look.
Come on.
I'll put you on the big screen.
on.
There we go. There we
Hang
go.
on. Oh crap! I lost. Oh, so I just want to show you the heat treat because the heat treat's really neat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see that. That's really nice.
That'll all get ground off, but that's just the oxides from the heat treat layer. So
It
Yeah, but I
almost
mean,
it looks magical.
That's pretty. That whole mix of all of those. Yeah, I don't know what you call those colors. There's a particular name for it, but I've forgotten it. Like the way they all come out of the metal and blend together. It's not an amalgamation, but what is it you call that? Where basically you've got all of these, you've got these melted rainbows coming out of it.
it's called anodization for different things, but in the case of this, it's the different oxides of the steel, and blacksmiths have been using it for centuries, millennia even, to determine the heat of their. So we call them just temper colors, but the proper description of them is the iron oxides that are coming out. When you're talking about titanium and different other refractory metals, then you start getting into anodization, and that's through electricity.
It almost looks like bismuth. You know, you have all the different colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're looking at with bismuth is bismuth oxides.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really
It
cool.
is awesome.
All right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the AMA. I hope we went through all the questions in as much depth as you would have liked. I hope you appreciate how blunt we've been on certain questions as well. Mostly David.
Yeah, but I mean, life is just too short for the other bit.
But yeah, we never really beat around the bush at Raptoreum. We just tell you how it is. But yeah, we're excited what?
Sorry to interrupt. I'm also of the blunt nature where I just speak my mind. And this one friend of ours, my wife's always so embarrassed me. She doesn't want to take us to dinner or anything like that with new friends because she knows I'm just gonna. Anyways, so there's this one lady. She's a little sensitive around the eardrums there, and I didn't mind. You know, I was just being me, being brash and straight to the point. And it wasn't about, I'd say 3 years later, she says, you know, when I first met you, I couldn't stand you. I did not like you. She said, but now, she says, it's comforting being around you because at least one never has to guess. Right? So that's a beautiful thing about telling the truth and being straight to the point. There's no guessing.
Yeah.
You don't have to wonder because we'll hurt your feelings. We don't give a crap.
Yep. Yeah, but exactly. I mean, I don't mind having my feelings stepped on. That's what feelings are for. They're made to be changed.
You can't call them feelings if you don't feel anything, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess Paul is is English, so he has more phlegm to it, but it's still straightforward as well.
I've got more what?
English phlegm. Phlegm, as it's called.
Phlegm?
Is it called?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Phlegm is a French and Flemish thing.
What does that
Oh,
mean?
okay.
Paul, you're a little bit more polite and soft around the edges.
Yes, it's mean.
Really?
Which is
But-
why Baguette finds you as attractive as man as he
David,
does.
don't start with that again.
You guys have a good cop, bad cop thing going on between you
It's
and
always the
Yeah,
same, yeah. It's
definitely.
always been the same, me and David. Yeah.
Good
I
cop,
don't
bad
think
cop.
I don't think I've ever been
right.
accused of being good cop.
No,
No,
I definitely
no.
was not referring to you as the good cop.
Yeah.
Okay, bros. It was a pleasure being with you and the community.
It
But,
was awesome
this-
having you back on.
I would be starting to snore in a few minutes if I don't go away. So.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for
Yeah.
joining us for this
Yeah.
AMA. We're almost at 2 hours, 2.5 hours nearly now. We will be back
Yeah.
next week for a normal weekly update and a Crypto Smith stream as well, where we'll be continuing to work on whatever Smith decides we are going to be working on. And that'll be at the same time. We have had a change in time now in the UK, so we're starting this at 10:45, which is the same time for you all. I've just changed my time to start, just to make David happy. That's what that's for. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, thanks for everyone that's watched us and that supports the project. Really appreciate it. As we explained before, we are working so hard on new partnerships and exchanges and all pretty nice things like that. And you will all see the fruits of our labour very, very soon. So David, as usual, I always leave the stream for you to say something ridiculously degenerate or controversial. Crypto Smith's putting his fingers in his ears.
Okay.
Yeah. So take it away, David. What you gonna talk about?
How degenerate do we want to go?
If you're already asking the question, then it's too late, mate.
Okay. In that case, happy Easter. We don't recognize this day of whatever the fuck else this day might be. In some places, we don't give a shit about any transgender awareness days here. So happy Easter. Yeah, because Easter is Easter. Don't try to piss on other people's religion with bullshit like that. Fuck you, unwoke people out there, and hope you burn.
All right. Okay.
Oh,
Cheers,
Ross,
guys.
David.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. Thanks for watching.
What more degenerate next week than that?
If you like, mate, just keep the politics out of it. I don't mind the rest of it. All right.
Okay.
Cheers, guys.
What part of
So
that was politics and not just morals?
I never said that there was any politics in it.
Okay. Yeah.